this has been my second home, and now my wife's Serbian, and my life's Serbian, and everything to me is right. They're Serbian, so.
Miona and Jibri have made a complete joke of 90 Day Fiance so far. Like, it is honestly unbelievable how much they have lied about and how rude they are about it. First of all, Miona and Jibri have been married for years, you guys, or at least it seems to be that way. There have been a lot of evidence that Miona and Jibri had a big wedding in Serbia, and adding fuel to the fire is the fact that Jibri actually converted to Orthodox Christianity, which is the most popular religion in Serbia. So it definitely seems like he converted so that they could have a big church wedding in Serbia, but it actually goes way farther beyond that, because Jibri did an interview in Serbia in June of 2020 where he says some bizarre and shocking things. So number one, he refers to Miona as his wife.
Now my wife's Serbian, and my life's Serbian.
Which honestly adds up with the fact that she's, going by Miona Bell both on the show and on Facebook. I mean, usually we never see a wife change her name before the show has aired, so I'm sure it goes against their NDA or something. But it seems like that her last name has most likely been changed since before the show even aired. Now, I don't know why they would do this, or if the producers are even aware that they did this, but someone on Reddit brought up a great point that just makes so much sense to me. What if they were already cast for 90 Day Fiance before COVID started, and instead of scrapping the entire season that they had planned, they kept going with the same couples regardless of whether or not they had gotten married in the meantime? Now, it would definitely make sense if that were the case, and it seems like almost all the couples on this season are couples that have been together since before COVID, and COVID delayed them from seeing each other and, getting married, but that definitely doesn't seem to be the case for Jibri and Miona. I mean, Jibri is definitely in Serbia in that video. The interviewer interviews him in Serbian, and the interview he says that he had to flee America and come to Serbia because he felt so unsafe after everything happened with George Floyd. So why the heck did he move back to America and have Miona come with him? I mean, this guy just loves Serbia like a lot. He has a video on YouTube from 9 years ago talking about how much he loves Serbia.
And it is absolutely beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm missing it already. Beautiful culture, beautiful food, beautiful people.
So why on earth would he ever want to leave? I mean, it just does not add up. And what else doesn't add up is the fact that in the same interview, he admitted that a lot of his family has been to Serbia to visit and meet Miona, even though his mom very clearly says on the show that she's never met Miona. Now, he didn't outright mention his mom as being one of the family members who went to Serbia, but he did say that his grandma, his sister, and his cousin had all been there. But this is honestly just the tip of the iceberg with this guy's kind of just lies and crap, because second of all, his name isn't even Jibri. Now, this story is so weird, you guys. But we have a ton of evidence proving that Jibri's real name is David Richardson Bell, but he decided to go by Jibri for some reason, supposedly because it's his middle name. And then even weirder, he also picked out a Serbian name, which is Jovan Norvik. I'm probably butchering that, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, not only did he pick a Serbian first name, but he also changed his last name. Now, I've never heard of anyone doing this because they like a country so much. So it honestly, it seems like he just really wants everyone to think he's actually Serbian, but obviously, he isn't. He even named his band Black Serbs, like he wants people to think that he's actually Serbian. I mean, honestly, you guys, I just don't see how it can get any weirder than this guy. And the craziest part in all of this is Miona. I mean, she's honestly kind of mocking everyone who watches 90 Day Fiance at this point, and it's just painful to see. I mean, first of all, she actually addressed the rumors that they were married before the show, and she didn't confirm or deny, but she did write a comment about wait until they find out about your last name, and we already did, Miona. So if Miona's going to be on 90 Day Fiance, she should know that if 90 Day Fiance fans want to find something, we will. And honestly, you guys, I don't know why she's being so mean toward the people who are pretty much paying her bills at this point. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's hard to get so much hate, but first of all, maybe you shouldn't do so many shady, bizarre things that are easy to hate on. And second of all, what did you think you were signing up for? And then you have just her obvious blackfishing. Now, blackfishing is a term used to describe when a white person changes their looks to make it appear as though they're black, and she definitely does it. I mean, look at this picture of her from 2015. If you hadn't told me this was her, I literally would not have recognized Miona. I mean, not even to mention that she won't confirm or deny her race. And hundreds of people have been asking her, and she pretty much said that she isn't required to answer that question until the hate got so bad and she finally addressed it, and the answer was pretty much what I think we all were kind of guessing. She she wrote a post on Instagram about it and then deleted the entire thing. But when it was still up, she said that she is a proud Serbian and she was born and raised in Serbia. So she didn't outright say that she isn't mixed like she probably wants people to believe, but that is probably about as good of a confirmation as we are going to get. And on top of that, she said that she found out that she had Mexican and Middle Eastern ancestry after doing a DNA test. So I mean, come on. Does she really want us to believe that her skin magically got multiple shades darker in a few years because she's part Mexican and Middle Eastern apparently? I mean, she's not fooling anyone. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've ever seen someone blackfish to this extent. It's honestly just really gross. I mean, and she must know it too, because after people started discovering her old pictures, she deleted everything. And I feel like that's an obvious confirmation that she's trying to cover up something. And I mean, whether it's the wedding in 2020 or her, you know, or her real race or his real name or literally any of the above, I mean, it seems like their entire relationship is just covering up for something. And I don't get why they went on 90 Day Fiance just to lie. Like, it might be the worst show to go on and lie on, because us followers will figure it out. From start to finish, their relationship seems to just be completely full of lies. Like, supposedly Jibri saw Miona in the crowd at one of his concerts in Serbia, but then he also might have just slid in her DMs. You know, not even the beginning of the relationship is the truth. So I don't know about you guys, but I honestly do believe that they just went on the show to become famous. I mean, look at their backgrounds. He wants to be a famous musician. You know, does that remind you of anyone? Like, I don't know, Soulja Boy, you know, Usman, whatever. And she wants to live in Los Angeles, not South Dakota. Obviously, they both want to be famous, and I can 1000% see them, you know, creating all these lies to help tell their story and make them famous, and without realizing that we would uncover it all. And by the way, it seems like Miona has gotten her wish, or at least a compromise, because they both have revealed on Instagram that they're now living in Palm Springs, which isn't Los Angeles necessarily, but it is a lot closer to it than South Dakota ever was. And anyway, I mean, you know, what do you guys think about this? I mean, am I wrong, or does it seem like this is one big, just massive, giant lie? Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think that their relationship is fake, but I do think that every single story that they're telling us about their relationship honestly kind of is. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I am dying to hear your guys' thoughts. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please do me a huge favor, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.